You need to get out of your comfort zone in order to create something amazing. Otherwise, you will be stuck in the same place as you are right now. You need to and you have to get out of your comfort zone in order to not have a boring life. Otherwise, don't complain. If you are if you will look, I have no problem with that. If you will good and if you are absolutely fine with where you are, wherever you are, with whatever you make, any salary, any money, any income per month, then fine. But don't complain in the next couple of years. Don't complain when you get older. Don't blame the government. Don't blame the weather. Don't blame your nationality, your religion. Don't blame the political issues in the world. Don't blame the competition. Don't blame your ex-wife or your ex-girlfriend or whatever it is. All right? Just know what you're doing, know where you are, and say, all right, I'm fine. I'm working in this company. I have a salary, I have a house, I have a car, or I'm using public transportation, and I'm fine. I don't want to grow, I don't want more, and I am absolutely fine. And you know what? The saving that I have is gonna save me until the rest of my life, and I absolutely respect that. 100%. Too much respect for people that they know what they have, where they are right now, and what they want in the future. 100% respect. But those of you who are afraid to get out of their comfort zone, why? Because you're afraid of people judgment, because you're afraid of failure. And you're not afraid of failure, you are afraid of failure because you're afraid of people judgment, because you're afraid of your parents, your friends, your cousins, your classmates, your spouse, your girlfriend, boyfriend, buddies, whatever, neighbor, to make fun of you, to judge you, to point at you, to say, oh, see, he wasn't that good. See, yeah, everybody can make a company. See, yeah, oh my. You see? Then shut the fuck up and don't complain later on. It's that simple. Now, if you want to level up in your life, if you want to build something amazing, you have to get out of your comfort zone. It's really simple. Yes. Now, let me explain that. Let me define that. What do I mean by that? Comfort zone, by the way, I'm talking general, right? I'm not just talking like you have to build a company today or tomorrow, like get out of it and you have to be a founder or a CEO and build startup. If you have listened to my previous pods, I'm not the guy to tell you you don't have to be an employee and you have to build and you have to be a founder, because so many entrepreneurs, so many influencers in the industry, they're all talking about you have to leave your job, you have to become a founder, you have to build something. And I think that's scam, because I really think some people, they shouldn't be allowed to publish podcasts on social media or any other, like on YouTube or whatever, because you can't just give false news to the society out there and destroy people's life. It's that simple. Same thing that if I just promote drugs, that hey, use drugs is good for you, most probably they're gonna shut down my account, which it should be, right? You can't just play with children's mind, tell them no, you have to use drugs, is good for you, don't listen to your parents or things like that. You have to drink and smoke and all that, right? Of course someone has to shut down that account and they have to ban that account. So same as people talking about, yeah, leave your job, do something, build a company, and I've been saying it is not for everyone. Not everybody wants to go through that pain. Not everybody. It's so painful, guys. Being a founder and CEO, early stage startups, it's so painful. It's so lonely. If you listen to my previous pods, I've been talking about this topic a lot. If not, I highly recommend you go to my Spotify or Apple Podcasts or iHeartRadio or YouTube and scroll down a little bit and listen to that pod, why I'm talking about that, why I'm saying this is not for everybody to become a founder or CEO. But now, getting out of your comfort zone, I don't mean that you have to give up on what you are doing right now and go build your own company. I don't mean that. By getting out of your comfort zone, I mean in every topic and every department you can imagine. Let me give you some examples. Maybe you like a girl in your neighborhood, in your class, where you work, but you are afraid to talk to that person. Why? Give me one reason. Why the heck you should be afraid to go and expose your feeling and talk to that girl and ask her out? What you gonna lose? What's gonna happen? Cops gonna bust you? Government they gonna throw you in jail? What's gonna happen? They're gonna that girl is going to sue you, or you have to pay a fine. You're just afraid, buddy. You're just afraid. And why you're afraid? Because of people judgment. That's simple. You're afraid to go there. Most probably, maybe you are in a nightclub, right? Imagine you are in a college. So there's this girl that you like. Maybe she's your classmate. Maybe she's in the other class, and maybe she's 2 years younger, older, whatever. It doesn't matter, right? And now there's a night out. There's a college party. You guys going out. Your friends, your inner circle, your buddies, they know that you like that person. But now here you are, she's on the other side of the room, and you're not gonna go there. You're not gonna go ask her out or just, talk to her or tell her that you like her and, get her number or something. Why? Because you're afraid of your friend's judgment. Because you're afraid in case that I go there and she's kind of like, nah, I'm not into you, or, I like someone else, or I'm seeing someone else, or not right now. You're just afraid that, when you come back to your buddies, they're gonna make fun of you and they're gonna be like, oh, loser, oh, yeah, oh, you didn't. That's the only reason on the planet. That's the only reason. It's happening to everybody. When I was at the college, when we were going out with my friends, dude, I'm being super honest right now. So I was going talking to all the hottest chicks in the club, in the party, even if they were out of my leagues. So that's the difference. Like, I had some friends that they like the girls, right? So I'm like, dude, she's right there. Just go talk to her. He's like, no, no, bro, no, oh my God, she's out of my league. Look at her, she's so hot, and there are all these rich kids around her and stuff like that. I'm like, so what's up? What you gonna lose? Just go talk to her. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't like to be rejected, and that thing is gonna, and then it's gonna eat my mind, and then I'm like, what are you talking about? And instead, my friend, he was going talking to like the oldest lady in the party, right? And I'm like, dude, you're young, you're good looking, you have everything. So why don't you just go get the hot chick? And instead you are going for the cougar, right? And his response was like that, because I feel safe, because I know she's not gonna reject me, because I know I'm gonna end up in the bed with her. I'm like, wow. Now, on the other hand, I was going to the hottest chicks. Even if I know from before, my chances are zero. As a matter of fact, I was been talking to some girls that, I'm talking about like Victoria's Secret, like quality, right? So that I knew I have no chances. But I was just, like zero, zero, zero chances, right? So I was just like, I have nothing to lose. I'm gonna give it a try. And worst case scenario, I'm not gonna regret. Worst case scenario, when I go home, tomorrow when I wake up, next week, next month, whatever, I'm not gonna regret. I'm not gonna be like, oh, how about if, maybe, if, I have a problem with if and maybe. I have a real problem with that when people using if and maybe. I'm like, oh, shut the fuck up, you're a loser. You're not getting out of your comfort zone. So that was my only problem. So I mean, that was my sorry, not my only problem. That was my thing back then and even now. So I was trying, so I won't regret in the future that why I didn't try. And any other day, if I would see that hot chick in front of me, or even walking with another guy or dating another guy, I wouldn't even be mad at myself, because I would be, or I wouldn't be like, oh my god, I didn't try. Now look, the other dude got her. Maybe I could have. No, I was like, I tried. You know, didn't work out. So perfect. Life moves on. Not mad at myself. Not eating myself inside out, and not regretting. Beautiful. So that's your problem right now. Whatever you want to do, you are not doing it. Maybe you want to go talk to that chick. Maybe you want to start something. Maybe you want to, apply for a new job. Maybe you want to move into a new house. Maybe you want to change your city. Maybe you want to change your school. You are just afraid getting out of your comfort zone. Maybe you want to apply for a new job. Maybe you are good wherever you are. You are working in a company right now. You have a good salary. You like the environment. You got your friends. But hey, you've been a couple of years there. You see there is no growth, and you just don't want to get old there on the same salary. So you want to apply for new jobs, higher salary, new opportunities, and all that. But you are afraid. You're afraid to get out of your comfort zone. Your excuse is that, hey, I'm good here. I know the people. They love me. I love them. I'm comfortable. And yeah, why should I change? How about if I go to a new job? Oh, I don't know who's gonna be my new boss. Who's gonna be my new manager? I don't know if my new uh, workmates over there, they're going to be kind with me, or I don't know, like. So that's it. It's gonna stop you for applying for a new beginning. You wanna go, hey, as a matter of fact, you wanna go, it happened to me, it happens to everyone. Whenever we wanna go on a vacation, of course we're excited, but also something down there is like, ah, come on, you're good. I mean, I'm in my house, got my bathroom, I got my car, my city, I know where to go, my friends, I know where to eat, I know what to do, Oh my God, now spending time on, you know, on internet, booking.com, Airbnb, comparing villas, houses, hotels, you name it. Airline tickets. What time should I land? Should I go early morning so I have a full day, but then should I go, all that. And then new city. I don't know where to go, what to eat. Try to find things online. You name it. I mean, come on, fuck it. Just I'm good where I am right now. I don't need to go on a vacation until you get up on your ass, you book, you pack, you go. The moment you arrive, you check into your hotel, then you are like, and you might go to a balcony just to see outside, or take a quick shower, maybe chill a little bit, and then go out walking, start exploring and discovering. Then you are like, I'm always like that, and I've seen my other friends are like that too. Then you are like, oh yes, thank God I did it. It was a good decision. Wow. And when you are going back to your city, when your vacation is over and you're going back to your town, then you have all that energy inside you, and you're so positive and so energetic and so motivated, and you feel like you had a good therapy session. You get out of your own town, you went somewhere else, you met new people, new food, new everything, and now you're back, and you're kind of like refreshed and ready to start whatever you're doing hard and strong, and give all your heart to it, right? So it happens to everyone. That's the problem, when people they afraid to get out of their comfort zone, my dear friends. It happens in everything. Now, you are doing something, you're working, maybe you want to start a company, maybe you want to start a startup. Again, getting out of your comfort zone, right? It's gonna pause you. So, if you are afraid of getting out of your comfort zone, you will not achieve anything in your life. Now, if you are fine with that, again, do not complain in the future. But if you are not fine with that, If you want more, if you want a better car, if you want a better house, if you want better furniture in your house, if you want better vacations, if you want more income, if you want higher status, then you have to get the fuck out of your comfort zone and start and experience new things and build. And you do not have to care for people judgment, because that's the only thing is pausing you to get out of your comfort zone. Let me give you another example in here. Let's say, let's imagine you are Tarzan. All right, this is just came out of my mind. Let's imagine you're Tarzan and you're living in the middle of the jungle, middle of nowhere, no electricity, no human around you. It's just you, nature, and the animals. Now, let me ask you something. Are you afraid to climb up of the tree to get a coconut? No. Are you afraid to cross the river? No. Are you afraid to sleeping in a cave without any electricity, raining, hearing the wolves, and all that? No. Why? Because there is nobody around you to judge you. That's the only reason. If there were a couple of hot chicks living in the next cave and some guys living, in the other side of the jungle, and you name it, for sure you would have stuff. You wouldn't go try to ride on that crazy horse, or you wouldn't climb the mountains, or you wouldn't go up to the tree to get the coconut and all that. So the only reason that you are afraid to get out of your comfort zone, it's because of people judgment. And now, why because of people judgment? Think about it. Those people who are judging you are not your friends. They are losers, and they don't want your good, and they want you to fail. Think about it. Whoever is loving you to death, your mom, your dad, maybe your brother, your sister, your children, your spouse, do they judge you? No, they don't. Of course, they are giving you their honest opinion, which is good and helpful, but they are not judging you. They are not making fun of you for failing. When I start this podcast, did some of my friends make fun of me? Hell yeah. Did they make fun of my accent? Hell yeah. Did they make fun of my pronunciations? Hell yeah. Did they start like, just giving me their um not honest opinion, but the opinion that they're trying to humiliate you and making fun of you? Hell yeah. But when I'm looking back, what those people they have, what those friends they have achieved in their life, nothing, absolutely nothing, zero. Just living off their parents. Absolutely nothing, zero. Now, on the other hand, those entrepreneur friends that I have, those successful friends that I have, those friends that they started from zero, did they make fun of me? No. Did they encourage me to post more posts every day? Yes. Did they share their honest opinion with me? Like, hey, I think if you don't curse, if you don't use F words and all that, it would be better. You would have a, more bigger audience, and even you could target like kids, teens, minors, and all that. Yes, they give me their honest opinion. Do you think right now, I mean, look at my content or just search me on YouTube. I'm just recording with my Mac, with my laptop, and just posting. It's a one-man show in here. And the whole opinion, the whole philosophy of my pod was like, raw, no cut, no filter. I'm just recording. There is nobody in the backstage who's gonna trim my videos and make it beautiful, or cut and all that, and then publish the highest quality of content out there. Don't have a team, just me. And the only reason that I'm doing this is just because I want to transfer my knowledge to the other people that they don't have it. Because when I started, I started all alone. I didn't have any knowledge. It was zero. I didn't know tech. I didn't know no tech backgrounds, nothing. And I just started, right? And now I'm thinking, hey, if I would have someone, if I would have a mentor who would show me the path, like light the torch, walk in front of me and tell me, hey, don't step there, you're gonna fall, instead step on the other side and don't do this and don't do that, I would be in much better position right now. Me, my company, my journey, everything, it would be in a much better position. So I'm like, there are other people out there that they're trying to build something and they have no mentor or they have no background. Maybe they listen to this pod and maybe they can get some help. Maybe I would be that guy that lighting up the torch and walking in front of them and telling them do this or don't do that. So that's the only reason I made this pod. And of course, the second reason is it helps me to become better at what I'm doing. I mean, it's a really easy math and easy formula. Anytime a human is trying to teach the other human, they get better at it. So while I'm trying to transfer my knowledge, it's kind of like I'm reviewing, my mistakes again in front of me live right now today. So, and it's gonna help me to get better and not doing those mistakes again, right? So, let me ask you something. Do you think if the industry influencers, I'm talking about guys like Gary Vee, Tony Robbins, Alex Hormozy, Neil Patel, you name it, there's so many others, right? Even like Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, uh, Mark, the biggest players in the industry. Do you think if they listen to this pod, they're gonna make fun of me? They're going to be like, oh, that guy's stupid, he's nonsense. Of course not. Because they started from zero. Because they started from nothing. So they're gonna encourage me. They're gonna say bravo. They're gonna be like, oh, another dude. Wow, bravo, keep going. Yeah, you might be suck right now. You might be like shit right now. Your contents are shit, your accent is shit. What you don't know what you're talking about. You jump from topic to topic, you name it. But bravo, keep on the good work, buddy. You're gonna get better day by day. You see, there are two types of people out there. Those that they started something from zero and they know what it takes to become successful, and they are going to encourage you with whatever you do. And of course, there are those losers that they never made anything in their life and they're just jealous and they don't want your success and they want your failure because it makes them feel good. If you fail, it makes them feel good that, hey, you see, world is like that, life is fucked up, not everyone can be rich or millionaire or billionaire, not everyone have the cheat code. And yeah, you think it's that easy? You want to build the next Facebook, or you want to build the next Amazon, or you want to build the next SpaceX, or you want to build the next Tesla? Yeah, good luck. Haha, if it was like that, then everybody would be rich, then everybody would be billionaire, then everybody would be. So avoid those people. Don't give a crap about those people around you who are losers. And they just come out with with negative opinion, and they just don't want you to move on. They want you to stuck there because it makes them feel good, because it makes them feel successful, because it makes them feel smart and genius. Because if they see you try and you level up, then then they're going to like burn inside out from their jealousy. If they see you change your city, you went to a you know more high scale town, if they see you got promoted, if they see you change your job, you went to a new company, higher salary, better position, better area, if you see they change your car, if you see you are dating that hot chick, if they see you are going on vacation, if you see you're eating good food, they're gonna die from jealousy. Why? Because they feel that they know they are losers already. That's why they want other losers around them so they can feel good about themselves. But on the other hand, those people that are true entrepreneurs or they're truly loving you, they're gonna be so happy for you no matter what you do, even if you fail. They're gonna still encourage you to get up and do more. So what are you waiting for? What are you afraid of? To get out of your comfort zone because of the losers around you? or to get out of your comfort zone and do something good with your life. It's that simple. Now, again, getting out of your comfort zone is maybe you want to start working out, working on your body. Maybe you want to go to the gym. Maybe you want to run a few kilometers or a few miles a day. Getting out of your comfort zone, maybe you want to apply for a new job. Maybe you want to change your school and you're like, oh my God, no, what I'm about to do in this school, in this college, in this uni, I have my friends, I know the teachers, they know me. Now going to a new school, or my parents, they want to send me to a new school and I have no friends there. And what I'm about to do, and the kids, they might make fun of me, you know? Maybe you wanna build some. Maybe you wanna start online e-commerce on selling something on Shopify. Maybe you wanna start. And at the end, if you lose, what's gonna change, dude? Let's put it that way. We all have an end line. We all gonna die. All right. Even if technology goes that amazing and it's gonna keep us alive for over 100 years, but at the end, you can't go against the nature. So there's a finish line out there for all of us. So at the end, when you are in your um, deathbed, would you like to look back and see like, oh, I didn't try this, I didn't try that? Or would you like to be like, oh, I had the full life. Now I'm ready to go to my next life, see what's going on out there, if there's anything going on out there, because no one's died and come back to the world to tell us, hey, what happened? Or there's a beautiful life out there, right? But we don't know. But my point is that it's just like coming out of a vacation and talking to, let's assume you never been in New York and now you are planning to visit New York. So you have like 5 6 days in New York, right? You would love to see everything, try as much as you can, right? So when you come back to your home and you talk to one of your friends and he's telling you, yeah, I've been here a couple of times. Did you go there? Did you go there? Did you try that street food? Did you try that hidden gem and all that? And then you're like, oh no, no. Then you kind of like, feel sad inside. I'm like, oh damn, why I didn't? Oh, it was a Yankees game going on when I was there. Oh, I had no idea. Otherwise, oh, it was a concert of my favorite singer. Oh my God, I had no idea. Otherwise, for sure I would have attended. You know? So you feel that kind of missing inside you. Now imagine how you are going to feel, how fucked up you are going to feel when you are 80, 70. But by the way, you don't know how long you're gonna live, right? If tomorrow you're gonna get hit by a bus at the age of 12, or you're gonna live up to 100 something, you have no idea, right? Maybe you have there are athletes out there, they have a super healthy life, and boom, in the middle of the game, they get heart attack or brain attack, and they're gone. And then on the other hand, there's a guy who just, drinking, smoking, waking up, having Red Bull with. I have seen guys that 6 a.m. they wake up, they drink Red Bull with smoking cigarettes. I'm like, Jesus, that's the nastiest thing you could do out there. So, and they're living like 80, 90 years old, perfect, without even visiting a doctor. So you have no idea how much you're gonna live. Now, you are coming out of a vacation and you feel like, oh my God, I didn't know about that. Otherwise, I would have done it. You go into a concert and just you are not having the chance to take a selfie with the singer while the other people, they had the chance and they did it. It's gonna eat you inside out. You are going to a party, you are not getting the fucking VIP table, and it's gonna burn you to the ground. That's how people are. Still is at the party, still having fun, but oh, I wanted that table to show off. And then you are coming back home and you're feeling bad about it. Now, can you imagine how you gonna feel when you're at the age of 88, 79, 90, whatever, on your deathbeds with your children and grandchildren around you? Even you are waiting to go, like you're like, God, just take me to the other life. Can you imagine how shitty you gonna feel when you look at when you look back to your life and you be like, oh, I always had the dream to start my own business. I always had the dream to, open a pizza shop. I always had the dream to, you know, selling ice cream on the beach during summer or lemonade. I always had, oh, that was the, you know, biggest love of my life, but I never give it a try to go talk to that person. So, can you imagine? My point is, can you imagine when you look back at that age, staying on your deathbed, lying down on your deathbed? Can you imagine how shitty is that when you look back to your life and you see that, things that you really liked, you'd never even try for them, and now game over, you're gone? Can you imagine how shitty is that? That's why I'm one of those people that I don't care. I try whatever the fuck I like. I try because I know life is short, and I don't. I hate to regret. Of course, I have lots of regret in my life. That's why I'm trying not to have any more regret in the future. So that's why I try. That's why I try. So no matter what, if I fail, if I like the girl, I go talk to the girl, but I don't. If I have to text that person, if I have to pick up the phone and call someone, if whatever, you name it, I'll try. At the end, if I fail or if I don't get it, perfect, amazing, jackpot. I won. I already won because I'm not gonna regret. I already won. Hey, I tried for that job, didn't work, not for me, or I wasn't good enough, or I'm suck. Perfect. Move on. Next adventure. Next discover. Hey, I tried to get the number of that girl. She didn't give it to me. Instead, she dated someone else. Perfect. I won. Not gonna regret. Maybe you call it failure. I call it I won. Because I'm not gonna regret. I'm not gonna be like, oh, maybe she could be with me right now. But I didn't try. But instead, my friend tried and no. I tried to build something. I tried to become next Elon or Mark or Jeff Bezos. Didn't work out. Perfect. Good. Move on. Next thing. Next discoverability. Now, can you imagine how amazing is that? Let's say I try to make some moves in the hospitality industry by building the list, and actually it worked out and I became successful. Oh my God. Can you imagine the feeling right now? I'm not gonna regret, oh, why I didn't do it and someone. Because look, if you have an idea, if you wanna build something, it's funny when people they think they're the only person having that idea. It's so funny, man. Yo, we are um it, let's put it that way. There are so many people living out there, and many of those having your idea right now. You are not the only one. It's never that way. It's impossible. You are not the only person having that idea, and you think, oh my God, it's so unique. You are even afraid to share it with other people because, hey, we are living in 2025. Whatever idea you have in your mind, there are already hundreds of that idea working right now in the industry, in the world, and making revenues and money. You are not the only one. It's not back in 60s or 70s or 80s that, oh yeah, Yahoo or whatever, or I'm the first guy that it hit my mind to build something like for transportation, so taxi drivers they can pick up people with the bottom of a click, or yeah, or Airbnb. You are not the only guy, dude. Tell me your idea. Seriously, comment it for me in here and tell me your idea. And I'm gonna send back to you like at least 10 companies doing it right now. What you wanna do? You wanna go to the Mars? There are already like many companies trying to do that. You wanna do space tourism? Already happening. You wanna go in the bottom of the oceans? Already happening. You wanna uh, you know bring Cyrus the Great or Alexander back to the life and make a hologram and bring their create their artificial brain out of their DNA. It's already happening. You wanna make, whatever you wanna do, it's already out there. You are not the first one. You are not the first one. It's already out there, my friends. So what's the solution? Don't do nothing because someone else is already doing it, and I should wait and no. I tell you what, the only company working out in this space, most probably NASA, and then of course is SpaceX. That's it. Now some of you might know more, and then oh yeah, there is also Blue Origin and Virgin Atlantic. Oh, that's it. All right. I know all of them. Dude, just go Google it. Just search online. Just ask ChatGPT. See how many companies that you don't even know their names. You're not even aware of those. They are, trying to make moves in the space tourism or in the space industry. Just go search it up. See how many they are. And how many startups that daily they're coming for, anything to do with space or, space tourism or just, exploring the other worlds out there, going to the moon and Mars and colonizing the Mars. There's so many. So you want to do transportation, there's so many. You want to do hospitality, there's so many products out there. You want to do, you know, e-commerce, there's so many things out there. But what does it mean? Hey, it's already out there and I shouldn't do it? You're absolutely mistaken. You should get out there and start building. Never have that mindset. As a matter of fact, you maybe in many things is not even good to be the first. That's happened to me when I built the list. So with no tech background, I had no idea. The only purpose that I was opening my laptop, it was just searching music on YouTube or watching South Park or, movies online. That's it. No email, no nothing. Imagine just giving technology like laptop or a MacBook to a gorilla. So most probably they would just, break it to the wall. That was my knowledge with technology. All right? Just playing games or watching a movie or something online. That's it. Not even remembering, yeah, I was those guys. Not even remembering my Gmail password. Every time click on forgot password and set the easiest thing 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and stuff like that. But one day I was like, dude, you know, the idea came to my mind why there is nothing like the list out there, so with the bottom of click could make table bookings, right? And then the other services that we are working on. So one day I was like, oh, that's a nice idea, I gotta do it. And I didn't do any investigation, which I feel good about it, because if I was doing some investigation I would be like, oh, there are millions apps out there that are doing the same thing that we are doing with some tweaks. And then I would never do it. And actually it happened. So the idea of the list hit my mind. And how it all started, I was, in my friend's balcony, and I was ordering food from the delivery apps. And then meanwhile I wanted to book a table for the weekend because it was my birthday and I wanted to invite my friends out, right? So you remember back in the days before the delivery apps, you had to always, pick up the phone, ask like on the phone, like, hey, do you have this, do you have that, or tell me what salads do you have, and you didn't know the prices. Pricing was also a concern. And then the delivery comes giving cash, oh, I don't have change, and all that, you all know it, right? And now here comes the delivery apps. Perfect. You're scrolling, seeing the pictures, the menu, budgeting. As a matter of fact, you select some maybe appetizers, and then you go to the checkout page. You're like, oh, that's so expensive. Let me remove some things. Oh, that's good. All right. And then you even, no change in between. You just have your card, and, transactions are smooth and perfect. So I was like, why there is nothing like that for the restaurants, for the nightclubs, for the beach bars, for, I want to book a sunbed restaurant table or a party or something. Why do I still have to do like what our grandparents used to do? Just find a PR or a promoter, try to get a number. Because let's say you want to book a nightclub table, right? Good luck. I mean, who's gonna pick up your phone? So, or go to their website, send a request and all that. So I was like, oh, I could, that would be cool if I would make, an app for this, just like the delivery apps, but for the hospitality industry, for table booking. And then I asked a couple of friends, of course, around me, and they were like, by the way, nobody denied, right? Nobody was like, oh no, they're trying to stop me from what I was about to do. So everybody were like, yeah, that's a nice idea. You should go for it. Now, it took me like 2 months, right? I was the one day I was waking up, I was like, stupid idea. I'm not gonna do it. Next day I was like, oh damn, I gotta do this. I'm already losing. How about if someone else is doing it? So no tech background. And then I just started, looking for software agencies online. So because I'm like, I had no idea how to build this. I thought it's gonna take a week or something, just boom, click, and then boom, voila, I'm a billionaire, right? So I went to a few software agencies. Now that's whole another topic to talk about because this is actually really long and really deep. So this is really funny, sad, and a crazy journey on its own. Um, so I went there. I'm like, I talked to one of the agencies, to their CEO. I was like, I have this idea. I want to build it. They were like, oh yeah, cool. Okay, this gonna cost. This is the approximate estimations, etc., etc. By the way, they didn't deliver anything to me. It passed like a year. I lost my money. I lost my time. They didn't deliver anything. And then I had to, we ended up into the court. I got half of my money back, half was gone. And then basically some shady codes I had in my hand that they were not even working. So I had to throw everything. And then I founded my own company and I started the hiring, the process, and the rest is history. So, by the way, I'm going to talk about this in whole another episode because there's so many details. And I don't want to get far from the topic we're talking right now. Get out of your comfort zone. So, and the rest is so that's how I started the list, right? And after almost like 2 months, when I already signed the agreement, the contract with the agency, and they were supposedly in the development, with they were nothing but scam. By the way, that's happened in the software development. If you don't know, they're gonna eat you inside out. So you should have a technical co-founder if you want to start something. I highly recommend it. If not, good luck. You're gonna get fucked, just like me. So after 2 months, one day I woke up and I was like, by the way, I was in that state of mind that hey, I went there, I have a legit agreement, they're gonna build it, boom, let me know when it's done, then I'm gonna sign the restaurants and the nightclubs and I'm gonna make lots of money, right? Which of course that wasn't the story and it turned out the whole another way. Now, um after 2 months I was like, hey, finally I'm doing it. Let me look online. Let me search a little, see if there's any app like what I'm doing out there because I thought I'm the only one. And whoever I was asking around me, they had no idea. Nobody knew Open Table or things like that. Everybody were like, oh, never heard of it. Wow, great idea. So I didn't even go to Google or nothing. I just went to the App Store and it was before I go to bed, right? So before I go to sleep. So I was like just in the bed scrolling, and then I'm like, oh well, let me do. So I go to App Store, and then I just search like restaurant table reservation, just 3 words. And then, dude, I saw I think hundreds of apps out there. Like you name it, you might know just some of the most famous one, like Open Table, Reci. I saw other like mm, hundreds of apps, like different countries, different apps, and I was like, "What, bro? I thought I'm the only one, dude." And then I couldn't sleep that night. I was like, "Oh my God, this is a failure already. I lost my money." Next day, I couldn't sleep. I was just waiting until it get 9 a.m. and I was like, I have to call the agency and I have to, terminate my agreement. I think, yeah, that time I had paid them already like a 20,000 euros down payment. So for the first stage of development, and I was like, and the whole contract they had gave me like, like 80 to 100,000 euros. So I was like, oh, I just lost like um 20K. At least it's better not to lose the rest of my savings, right? So I have to call them and terminate this agreement and see if I can get some of that money back. But I don't think so. But again, it's better than to lose all of my savings. So I just lost 20, right? But I didn't take the call. I sat down for a moment and I was like, and something just hit my mind. I was like, Facebook wasn't the first guy. I mean, Mark wasn't the first guy who made Facebook. Before Facebook, we used to have Orkut, High Five, Yahoo Messengers, MSN, MySpace, all that. There were so many. As a matter of fact, MySpace was booming. They were doing really good. All these Facebook users you see out there, they used to use everybody. We were all on MySpace or High Five. And I was like, Mark wasn't the first person like making social media. There were so many out there. But he came, he did it, he made it, and he shut down, all the other platforms, and he became the market dominator. Hmm. Airbnb wasn't the first, thing for renting out there. There were so many others, or booking.com, you know. So then at some point I was like, I don't want to be as a matter of fact, I don't want to be the first product or the first founder or the first guy in this industry. Can you imagine what's gonna take me to educate the market, educate the society, educate all these merchants, all these restaurant owners out there, the club owners, that why is good, why you should use it. Oh my God, can you? And most probably, I'm going to be that MySpace guy or High Five or Orkut, that someone else. So I'm going to do all the hard work, and someone else in the future is coming, doing the same thing, fixing the gaps, the pain points, and a better product, and is gonna kick me out. So I don't wanna be the first person. You know, sometimes it's not good to be the first person. Sometimes it's not good at all to be the first. Sometimes it's good to be the second, third, fourth, or tenth, or even higher. So I was like, there's so many other products out there already in the market, like Open Table, Resi, all that, that I see there's so many complaints or businesses are not happy with them. Now here comes the list. We fix all the pain points, all the problems, all the issues that those companies, those apps, those products couldn't fix. And, we take some market share. And that's how it works. And up to date, throughout my life, every time that thing comes to my brain, I'm like so happy I didn't give up. As a matter of fact, I'm so happy that I didn't do any research and any investigation before I started building the list. Otherwise, I would have never. If that day, before I was going to that software agency, if I would look up on my app store, imagine I was on the way, you know, and I would just look up, maybe behind the red light or something, just say, let me see, restaurant reservations apps. If I would see Open Table Racing and all that, I would just, you know, turn around, coming back home, I would like, oh, thank God, fuck it, I don't want to do it. You know, I thought I'm the only one. There's so many things out there. As a matter of fact, I didn't. And now I'm like, thank God I didn't do it. Because I would have never built the list. I would have never ever built the list if I knew there are other products out there like the list. So, guys, get out of your comfort zone. That's number one. Number two, don't give a crap, don't give a fuck, don't give a damn for other people's opinion and their judgment. Number three, don't be afraid of failure. In business, in entrepreneurship journey, there is nothing like failure out there. You just win, gaining experience, and become better version for the next thing you want to build. So there is no failure. If you fail, there is no failure. If you think, hey, I failed, didn't work out, you have no idea. You have more knowledge, you grew up, you unleash that animal inside you, and you are a much better player next time when you want to do something, you know, I mean, you have the experience and all that. Number four, don't listen to the losers around you. Number five, life is short. So just get out there, build, enjoy, get that girl's number, try. Right? And number six, last but not least, you have nothing to lose. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. And don't get me wrong, by whatever the fuck you want to do, I'm not telling you just tomorrow go rob the bank or, you know, do shady stuff because life is short. I don't mean that. All right? I don't mean like getting into troubles and getting into jail or getting shot and shit like that because life is short. No, that's so stupid to take things that way. I mean, build, enjoy, have fun. There is nothing called failure in entrepreneurship journey. It's learning and gaining experience, becoming better version of what you are right now for your next journey. Thank you for listening to this. Please share, rate, review, comments. It's gonna help my pod to grow. As you know, I'm not here to sell you something or online course or tell you click here, click there, or you know, sponsor something and promote something. It's just sharing my humble experience with you guys, so you're not gonna, you know, step into the same mistakes that I did, and at least you could avoid and you know have a better journey. So if you share, rate, and review, that's the only way that it can help this pod to grow. Thank you for that, and I'll see you at the next one. Have a good time. Bye bye.